What is up, everybody? It's your girl Jada Reeds here, aka Diamond, back with another video. But first, if this is your first time seeing my face or knowing of my existence, my name is Diamond. I go by Jada Reeds on this channel, and over here I like to do reading vlogs, book reviews, and everything in between. So if that is something that you're interested in, I think you should consider subscribing. Okay, so today is going to be a video that has been a long time in the making. It has been, hold on, let's see, because I love to be accurate. I'm going on to my YouTube Studio app. It has been 29 days and 3 hours since I posted my last YouTube video. And I wanted to just come and give just a life update. If you watch my videos, I don't know, seemingly all the way through and not like fast forward to the good parts or to the books, you would know that I spoke briefly in the video titled Backlist Vibes or You're Smarter. What's the actual video? Reading Backlist Makes You Smarter. I think that's what it was. Yeah, reading backlist books makes you smarter. I was saying towards the end of that video how things are changing, things are shifting, especially with my daughter. I have a 10-year-old daughter, and her body was working against her. And we were changing up our diet until we got more answers and things of that nature. So I kind of knew what it was, but we didn't know the severity of it. So anyway, I feel the need to share what's been going on in my life and where I've been, especially because this is a big part of my life. My booktube channel is a huge part of my life. It's a part of my identity. It's a part of my existence, and it's a part of my happiness. And so before I start back making videos, I can't believe I'm about to cry. Hold on. And so, before I start back producing content online here and on my other channel, I have to come with an update of where I've been and what's been going on. And so, my daughter means the world to me. She is virtually all I have. Although I have siblings, I have my mom, I have my stepdad, Junebug. They are a big part of my life and they are available to me, but I'm a closed off individual. And so for my day to day, it's just me and Autumn, unless she's with my mother. But my daughter, I cannot believe this. We want to put it behind us, and we have, but I just feel like I can't continue on in what I was already doing if I don't come and be honest online. So my daughter, and I've got permission from my daughter to share this. I asked her today if it was okay with her for me to let you guys know, and she said, of course. She said, of course, Mom, of course. And so back in the summertime, kind of July-ish, she started complaining of her legs and her feet hurting. And so I'm just brushing it off as any typical parent would. And I was like, oh, it's growing pains. I could remember distinctly having them. But it started, but she was still doing fine. She just was like, Mom, hey, my legs are hurting. You know, my feet are really sore. Because I'd be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you walking like that? Mom, my legs are hurting. My feet are really sore. And so July came and went. Her birthday's August 2nd. She had a birthday party. She skated for her birthday party. We have video of her skating and everything like that. And so we went on with it. And then she still was kind of stiff, but it wasn't terrible. I wasn't seeing any significant changes in her legs, her feet, her face, nothing like that. But she was starting to look a little puffy. But that was about it. So fast forward, school starts, right after her birthday, school starts. And she's still wobbling a little bit, just a little sore. I'm like, oh, do I need to go up a size in your shoes? What is it? So she's like, no, Mom, my shoes fit just fine, And I'm testing and trying them out, putting my feet down, seeing if she has wiggle room. Can you wiggle your feet, blah, blah, and your toes and your shoes? She's like, yes, Mom, it's not my shoes. I'm just telling you, I'm hurting. So I'm like, okay, I'll give you some Tylenol, ibuprofen. It's just growing pains. It's fine. We're getting ready to start the soccer season. Everything is going to be great. Her teacher her teacher messages me. There's a teaching parent communication app called Class Dojo. And her math teacher messages me and she's like, hey, I asked Autumn to go to the board to do a math problem or blah, blah, blah. And she was like being a grouch about it. And she was complaining and saying that she didn't want to get up because her legs and her feet hurt. I was like, that's the last straw. Is that rain? I was like, that's the final straw. I'm going to make an appointment to your pediatrician. And we had made an appointment and we got a physical done. They checked her legs out and she had got blood work done. Now, initially in the checkup, she did, give her legs a really great exam, had her stand up, all the things. And I'm telling y'all, my baby was literally acting like she couldn't even walk at that point. So it was really creeping up on her, it seemed like, in the summertime. And then literally by the time I made the appointment to the pediatrician, that's when whatever this thing was in her body, it started crashing down on her. It started coming down really hard. And so she got the first round of blood work done and things came back inflamed. There was some inflammation, but they couldn't pinpoint. So that prompted a new, more in-depth blood test. And the second blood test came back still inconclusive. Pediatricians are not allowed to give definitive answers to something. What they do is, based on the blood test results, they send you to specific specialists. So her second blood work that she received prompted her pediatrician to send her to a rheumatologist. And me and the pediatrician talked, and she said, I think your daughter has lupus, but I'm not allowed to say. So we found this out around September 31st. That's why I was in my video, I was hinting at something, but I wasn't quite sure. And so in the moment we're waiting, so we waited from September 31st to November 2nd for our appointment with a specialist. In the meantime, in between time, we visited the emergency room twice and we were sent home. There was nothing done. Literally, by the time we had the appointment November 2nd, that same day on November 2nd, we were, November, it was either the 2nd, 6th, or 8th. It's been such a blur. Things have been crazy. We got to meet her rheumatologist, everything. It was a 3-hour long doctor's visit. All types of things were being done and performed. They did a full workup of her just so we can figure out what's going on with her, and more blood tests. And by the time we made it home, I took like an hour-long nap. I was woken up by a phone call from her doctor, from the new rheumatologist. And the rheumatologist is like, you guys have to get here now. I'm not trying to scare you. Some of the things came back super fast, and I feel like you need to come to the emergency room, and we're going to check Autumn in so we can see what's going on with her. She had fluid on her lungs. She had fluid around her heart, and some of the test results were leaning towards other things, not even lupus. So we were in the hospital for 2 weeks. Okay. My baby was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Everything had been elevated, everything in her body. And so all I'm going to say from that is, that's what lupus is. That's what lupus does. Lupus will trick your body into thinking you have so many other problems until they really can pinpoint what's going on. My baby, they thought that she had cancer. Okay, so for 3 days, I was scared to death because she had to get a biopsy because she had swollen lymph nodes in her neck. They had to do a biopsy on her neck. to make sure that that wasn't cancer, because lupus mimics lymphoma, and because she was complaining of her legs, they weren't sure if it was joint pain or bone pain, so they also wanted to rule out leukemia. And so praise the Lord that all of the results for any type of cancers came back negative. And that's when they started to really do the work to figure out what type of autoimmune disease she had. So we have spoken with nephrology, which are kidney doctors. We spoke to cardiology. We spoke everyone. Like, she had elevated blood pressure. Her heart had some stuff going on in it. It just was just a plethora of things were going on. And we were just trying to figure it out. And when I tell you guys, if you are a parent, you are blessed if your child is healthy and strong. Because to see my baby go through what she went through and watch her in that month and a half stint before we could get to this specialist was so hard to do. And I value so much of the good times and the good days that she had, because when those days were bad, they were terrible. They were terrible. And now I look at her today and she's a completely different person from what I had been looking at or what I had watched come on to her. And a part of me feels so guilty because she started telling me, in July, Mom, my legs are hurting. Mom, my feet are hurting. Mom, it didn't take me long. Like I said, it took me about 3 weeks to make the doctor's appointment, but I still think, dang, within those 3 weeks, we could have caught it earlier. We could have got the appointment to the rheumatologist sooner. If I would have went on ahead and made the doctor's appointment in July, we probably would have saw the rheumatologist in September or October instead of November. I think back to all those things, and that's nothing but guilt. That's parental guilt. That's parent guilt for you not doing what you feel like you should have done when the initial onset came to pass, or when your child initially told you. So I am dealing with a lot of that. I've had a lot of sleepless nights, but she has made, I'm not going to call it a full recovery, because this disease is something that you are to manage and you want to get it into remission. But right now she's only 3 weeks into her new medications, but it's making a world of difference, and I'm happy and she's happy. I bought her a cat. She wanted a cat for Christmas, and I didn't buy the cat, actually. We adopted the cat. But I bought a lot of stuff for the cat. But anyway, she wanted a cat for Christmas. We just were going to look for cats one day, and we looked up on the cat that we wanted, a beautiful black one, and we ended up getting it. So she's enjoying that. She loves school. She's able to enjoy school, function at school properly like a child is supposed to. The only thing is that she has to take so much medication twice a day. It's not normal for her. She does it very well. She sets a timer on her phone, but it's just like, aside from how her day is going and how her body has changed and is seemingly back to normal, she's reminded every day that she is now going to have to live with this disease and manage it for the rest of her life. And so that's something that, we both are just going to have to work through and work on and talk about and discuss. And I ask her questions every day just to see if she wants to talk about things. But she is so resilient. I've learned so much about who my child has been for the past 10 years, or I'd say since 7 to 10, but I've learned so much about who she is in this short period of time that we've been dealing with this, and she's just such an amazing girl. I'm lucky to have her, and I'm excited for our new journey now and figuring out how we can figure or make this thing not quite go away, but stay away. So that's what's going on. That's what's been going on with me in my life. That's why I've been absent. That's why I've not been able to produce any content, share all of the amazing books that I've read, which it has been, it's been a lot. I've been reading a lot still. I can't function without reading a book. So not in no type of reading slump or anything like that. I've even finished several books that I wanted to finish by the end of the year. I just haven't been in the mood, of course, you guys know, to film anything. I haven't wanted to talk about anything. I've just been so focused on my child and working, because that's a huge part of my life is also my job, and it completely stresses me out. It's not supposed to, but it does. And I'm trying to manage that and still become the most successful person that I feel like I'm supposed to be. Although I do feel like I'm living in an assimilation. I literally, on my way to work, think, why are you torturing yourself? Why are you still doing this? And doggone it, I just want to be successful. And it's not by any means possible, because I'm also good at my job, but it can be challenging, and I'm just up for the challenge. But the only thing in the back of my mind is success and finances and great healthcare insurance, all the things that I feel like I'm supposed to want in America. That's why I continue to do the job that I'm currently doing, even though I'm so qualified in so many other areas. I just continue to go because I really want to see what's going to happen when I get to that pivotal point in this particular career, and then that's when I will decide maybe I don't want to do it anymore. But I don't know. But I felt it necessary to come here, share where I've been, share what I've been dealing with, share what I've been going through, and then I can move forward and we can start back making content again, because my life is going to change even more. It's changing every day. Things are going to look different. For example, I don't know how lupus works in adults. I just know how lupus works in children now that I'm becoming a lupus expert, because my 10-year-old child has lupus. We have to do these infusions. 2 of the several medications that my daughter is on are the same medications that cancer patients take when they are in chemotherapy. And also, along with those medications that weaken her immune system to lower the antibodies that cause the inflammation in her body. One thing about lupus, it can inflame anything: your heart, your lungs, your kidney, of course your legs, your ankles, your feet. And so to keep that at bay, she also has to go into the hospital and do infusions that are along the same lines as someone who would have to go into the hospital and do chemotherapy. And it is for several hours. And so she's already had one infusion 2 weeks ago, and we're going to be in the hospital tomorrow. We're going to do another one tomorrow to like I said, weaken those antibodies that's causing the inflammation in her body. So, if I want to continue on this journey of this channel and share my life with you guys, I have to be honest about certain aspects, because, like I said, we're going to pack up a hospital bag. I'm going to pack up some books, and I'm going to go to the hospital. We're going to get a whole room and be admitted as if we're going to be staying overnight. And I'm going to be reading, and I might come across something that I want to share, and then boom, you guys are going to see that I'm in a hospital room, but I haven't explained to you why. And I think it's important. And another thing that I want to express or explain is that this particular side of the internet is my safest place. I live in other parts of the internet. Like I said, I have a full commentary channel that used to be a vlogging channel. So I have vlogging videos on that channel, and my most recent videos are more commentary, reaction type videos. And sometimes I'm on TikTok, but not all the time. Sometimes I feel like I want to post on TikTok, other times I don't. It's just such an odd place to be. But for some reason, I feel the most safest over here on BookTube, probably because this is the hobby that is able to manage my stress level. This is how I escape in my daily life. This is how I learn. This is how I teach myself. This is how I be. So I felt this was the place to come and express what's going on in my personal life, so that I can now move forward into this new realm. It's like I have entered into 3 metamorphoses in the year 2024. There's been so many changes in my life in 2024, and I've only ever come to, I just lied. I did mention a few changes on the commentary channel, but I've only fully ever come to BookTube to share them and express them and show my gratitude, my happiness, my excitement, my fear, my grief. It's always been here on BookTube, so that's why I wanted to come and share this, so that now I can continue on with all of my plans that I have for this channel moving forward. I have so many books to talk about, and I love this part of the year where we are all coming together and enjoying the type of reading year each of us has had. So I don't want to continue on rambling. I don't want to say anything else. I just know I've tried to go back to normal and I can't. And I think that this was the reason why I needed to go ahead and film this and get it out of the way. And then we can resume. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the comments on my other videos. Thank you for watching me. Rio, I'm going to send you the books. I'm going to send you the books to the UK. I still have them literally in my car, but I've shared what's going on, so you see why you haven't gotten them yet. And yeah, I will see you guys really soon. This video is going to go up December 3rd, so hopefully I'm able to share or upload a video maybe the 5th. If not the 5th, definitely the 6th or the 7th. So I will see you guys in my next upload. Once again, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. And I love all of you. Deuces.